Spess again, and I'm just going to go over what we did this weekend. Mike Strain and Mike Weldon came over for a few hours, and we made some progress. We have a few things happening which I'm going to talk about. First is Mike Strain, who's sort of the effects wizard of Springfield, came out here, and what he did is he started to paint Rubel's body. This is our foam puppet, it's not clay. And he started to paint it and ran into a problem where he was using a sponge that was imprinting some texture of the sponge onto the body. And it looked pretty bad, so Mike said he's going to come back next week, or in 2 weeks, after 4th of July weekend, and fix that up. But I got kind of impatient and decided I would paint it myself. And I just used some thinned down Prozaid mixed with just some craft paints. Mixed it on an old CD which was bad. A lot of people, whenever they see that, they go, "Why are you messing up your CDs?" Well, this is a bad burned CD from my computer, so it's useless. But it's great for mixing up paints and stuff. So I just went over it and, tried to get all the details and stuff on there as best as I could, free-handed. I thinned down the mixture with water really thin so that the thin layers of paint wouldn't build up too much and make a lot of texture. And you can see that up close maybe there's still some texture, but I don't think that will show in the final product. At least I'm hoping. And since it's supposed to replicate clay, clay has fingerprints and isn't perfect anyway, so I'm not too worried about it, and I think it turned out pretty good. The other thing we're doing is we're working on a series of waves. Let's see here. These pieces of plastic are going to be placed in front of each other, and each one is going to go up and down, it's going to be in a different height. So it's kind of hard to explain, but what this will be is I'll have a small ship, two small ships, the pirate ship and the Defiant ship, go in between these. And when it does, these are going to be kind of going like that. And the way that we adjust and animate these moving in the shot is with these CDs as well. So I have some bad burn CDs and DVDs, and we sandwiched them together, and then Mike Weldon, what he did is he drilled some holes through there, and you can see they're at different distances from the center. And what we're going to do is we're going to have these things attached to a piece of wood, and then we're going to have bolts bolting it all together, and we're going to spin it by hand. And since we're going to have a nut coming through here attached to some holes in our plastic, it will follow the motion of the CD as it spins, like this, creating that wave-like motion. And so what I'm going to put on there in between, in between the plastic pieces, I'll have our miniature ships kind of going in between, like this, and the waves in front and behind the ship. And when that happens, it should give the effect that it's in the ocean. That's the plan. And I'm going to take some clay and cover that with some blue clay and make waves. So working on that. Probably in a couple of weeks we'll get that done. On the deck of the ship, Mike Weldon, he adhered the handles of the doors on. They're in place, as you can see. I also finished adding some details to the cup that Rubel will drink from. Let's see, Mike Strain completed all the ropes. We also tied some ropes to the cannon. As you can see, and that's going to smash through the deck. I also painted a logo on our barrel. It just says fish. So lots of small details. There's a few other things we did, but generally it's coming along pretty good so far.